The choice was made without prior notice. After 6 players withdrew, tournament officials had to spend days modifying the draw. Anisimova, Andreeva, Benchik, Paolini, Kirsta, and Mbuko all withdrew, necessitating a significant reorganization that promoted alternates into the main draw and moved Coco Gauff up to the 5th seed. Nearly everyone in the field had been impacted by the chaos. Nearly all. Alex Eala's response was unexpected when she viewed the updated draw and realized what the tournament had accomplished, or rather, what they had failed to accomplish. The decision was not quietly accepted by her. She didn't nod and smile. The tennis establishment is rushing to contain the damage after she retaliated. Why is Alex Eala's audacious speech regarded as the most daring moment of her career, and what did the Berlin Open do that compelled her to speak up? June 14, 2026, Berlin, Germany. Rot-Weiss Tennis Club. Office for tournaments all weekend long. The phones had been ringing. The first was the announcement of Amanda Anisimova's withdrawal. The tournament's meticulously planned draw was rocked by the American's late withdrawal, which was revealed on Sunday. Coco Gauff received an immediate first-round bye after being unexpectedly moved up to the 5th seed, where she was supposed to play her first match. Anisimova was by no means the only withdrawal, though. The recently crowned French Open champion, Mira Andreeva, had withdrawn a few days prior, stating that she needed to relax before Wimbledon. Serena Williams' partner at Queen's Club, Victoria Mboko, a teenage Canadian, was also sidelined due to a knee ailment. Sarana Kirsta, Jasmine Paolini, and Belinda Bencic had all withdrew. Alternates and lucky losers added their names to the registration list. Once home to 9 of the top 10 players in the world, the Berlin Open was in disarray. Diana Schneider was elevated to a seeded position. Elise Mertens, Wang Xingyue, Anna Kalinskaya, and Anastasia Potapova advanced from qualifying. A fortunate loser received an upgrade to the main draw. For the majority of players, the turmoil was merely a matter of getting used to their new opponents. But for Alex Eala, the tournament's choice was rather different. Germany's Berlin, June 14, 2026 office for the Rot-Weiss Tennis Club tournament late on Sunday night. The draw was rescheduled, with event administrators rushing to fill the voids created by 6 withdrawals. Sarana Kirsta, Jasmine Paolini, Victoria Mboko, Amanda Anisimova, Mira Andreeva, and Belinda Bencic had all made the required changes. Coco Gauff received a first-round bye after being moved up to the 5th seed. Diana Schneider was elevated to a seeded position. The remaining spots in the main draw were supplied by fortunate losers and alternates. However, Alex Eala's demeanor changed from one of interest to one of hardness and coldness as she looked over the updated draw sheet. Her opponent, Donna Vekic, a well-known opponent she had previously vanquished twice this year, was not the problem. Her position in the bottom half of the draw, where she was still headed straight for world number 2 Elena Rybakina, was not the problem. The problem was altogether different. Eala had been told that, in contrast to other players who had been granted accommodations as a result of the draw turmoil, she would not be afforded similar consideration, according to people close to the competition. Her warm-up conditions, practice court access, and match schedule would all be subject to last-minute modifications that other players were shielded from. Those who saw Eala's response portrayed a player who believed that the system was once again working against her, though the specifics are still under wraps. The fitness issues advisory prior to Birmingham, the $50,000 punishment, the participation expenses, and the exclusion from the elite player development camp had all been on her mind for weeks. And now there was a tournament decision that appeared to treat her differently than her competitors. She had previously said nothing. While the institution made her life challenging, she had nodded, smiled, and murmured, "Le bon." She made the decision that this time would be different. Press conference, Rot-Weiss Tennis Club, Berlin, Germany, June 14, 2026. There were several people in the room. Expecting the standard fare, reporters from Europe and Asia had arrived for the pre-tournament news conference. Schedule updates, player quotes, and draw analysis. Instead, they received something that none of them had anticipated. With a serene look, Alex Eala approached the podium, her eyes blazing with a fire that no one had ever seen before. She started, "I need to address something. her voice calm yet sharp enough to cut through any interruptions. There was silence in the room. I've been told that I won't get the same accommodations as other participants in this tournament because of the draw reshuffle brought on by several dropouts. My warm-up conditions, practice court access, and match schedule are all subject to last-minute adjustments that other players are shielded from. Her jaw tightened as she paused. I'm curious as to why. The cameras zoomed in as the journalists looked at each other. I've followed the rules, paid my penalties, signed releases when the WTA informed me I wasn't fit to compete, waved, smiled, and said "lob on," while the establishment made my life tough, but I'm done being silent. Her tone became stern. I'm not requesting preferential treatment. I'm requesting equitable treatment. The same treatment that each and every other participant in this draw is getting. I want to know in public why the tournament is unable to provide that. There was complete silence in the room. An official from the event moved forward and tried to step in. Eala held out her hand. I'm not done yet. She turned to look straight into the cameras. Thank you to all of the fans who have traveled around the globe to see me perform. Thank you to the Filipino community in Germany who have embraced me as one of their own. I see you, I am you, and I will continue to fight for equitable treatment for everyone who has ever been told they don't belong or deserve the same opportunities as others. She reclined. All I have to say is that. Soon later, the press conference came to a close. No dramatic exit, no follow-up inquiries. Just a silent, heartbreaking reality revealed to the world. Court. She was battling the system itself. A fan from Manila wrote, I am not asking for special treatment, I am asking for fair treatment. That is justice, not entitlement. Alex Eala is a capable leader. Someone else wrote, the competition attempted to provide her with worse circumstances than other competitors. On camera, she openly called them out. That requires bravery and passion. She's been fined, charged, excluded, and now this, and every time she fights back, said a third fan. Our champion is that. LeBron is that. Journalists and experts covering tennis hurried to comprehend Eala's statement's ramifications. One tennis analyst wrote, this is unprecedented. In a pre-tournament press conference, a player accusing the event organizers of unfair treatment? I've never seen anything like it. Eala has a point, another tennis analyst wrote. The draw rearrangement affected everyone, but she alleges she was singled out for worse conditions. If that's true, she has every right to speak up. Whether she's right or wrong, the fortitude to speak truth to power is rare in this sport. Alex Eala recently demonstrated that she possesses it. Players from the past and present also shared their thoughts. During her own news conference, Coco Gauff, who had been promoted to the 5th seed as a result of the withdrawals, was questioned over Eala's remarks. I know Alex, but I haven't discussed anything with her. She doesn't whine. If she's raising her voice, there's a problem. I'm on her side. Venus Williams, who will play doubles with Eala at the Bad Homburg Open, shared, we should pay attention when a player complains about unfair treatment. Alex Eala deserves to be heard. The WTA was established to offer players a voice, Billie Jean King continued. She's being used by Alex Eala. That is not disrespectful. That is the purpose for why this organization was established. Marcus Soki, the director of the Berlin Open competition, was requested to comment. He gave a tactful response. We are examining the issues raised by Ms. Eala. Fair conditions for all players are a priority for the Berlin Open. We will speak with her team directly about any problems. However, Eala's reaction upon learning of Zoki's comment was refreshingly straightforward. I don't need a review, I need action. Fair treatment shouldn't require a review. It should be automatic. The tennis community awaited the following developments. Rotweiss Tennis Club, Berlin, Germany, June 15, 2026. The day of the game. The press conference has concluded. The trending hashtags have faded. Although the tournament has responded diplomatically, Alex Eala still has work to do. Dana Vekic, her opponent in the first round, presents a serious obstacle. The Croatian veteran just finished an incredible title run at Queen's Club, where she was a lucky loser before winning. She previously defeated Eala at the ASB Classic in Auckland, where Eala won 4-6, 6-4, 6-4 after they split sets. Vekic is on a winning streak, self-assured and confident. But Vekic is not Eala's main concern. It is on the ball, on the court, and on the following point. Before her match, Eala told a reporter, "I've said what I needed to say. It's time to start playing now. The rest is just noise." The risks. Momentum is more important at the Berlin Open than ranking points. It has to do with belief. The goal is to demonstrate that a champion from a developing tennis nation is capable of competing with the world's top players. Eala is currently one position outside of the Wimbledon seeding cutoff at number 33 in the world. She might secure her position with a successful run in Berlin. She might be forced out by an early departure. There are other sources of motivation besides the ranking points. "I play for the Philippines every time I take the court.
I'm constantly thinking about that.
That's my motivation. The heritage. At Wimbledon, win or lose, seed or no seed." Already, Alex Eala has achieved something that goes beyond tennis. She has told the truth to the powerful. She has insisted on being treated fairly. She has demonstrated that a single 21-year-old from a nation that has never produced a tennis champion may have an impact. The focus of the news conference was accountability rather than victimization. She had stated, "I am asking for fair treatment, not special treatment." Alex Eala has already earned something that no opponent can take away from her, regardless of whether the event modifies its rules or the WTA takes note. The right to be heard has been won. Today is the start of the Berlin Open. Donna Vekic will be her first opponent. Elena Rybakina, ranked second in the world, will face the victor. Alex Eala, a 21-year-old from Quezon City who has previously won a grass court title, signed a waiver and defied the WTA, is unfazed by the perilous route. Loban, always. And the next game is set to go. A bombshell. After a startling Berlin Open ruling, Alex Eala retaliates. This was not anticipated by anyone. Following a significant draw reshuffle brought on by 6 withdrawals, the 21-year-old Filipina gave a startling pre-event press conference in which she accused tournament organizers of providing her with poorer conditions than other competitors. Eala said, "I'm not requesting special treatment. I want to be treated fairly, just as all the other players in this draw." The world of tennis erupted. Hashtag #AlexFightsBack became a global craze. Coco Gauff gave assistance. Venus Williams commended her bravery. The WTA was established to offer players a voice, Billie Jean King reminded the organization. The dispute puts more strain on Eala as she gets ready to face Queen's Club champion Donna Vekic in the first round. However, this is merely another obstacle for a player who has already won a grass court title, signed a waiver, and disobeyed the WTA. We provide you with the most recent information about women's tennis at Court Legacy, from exciting match highlights to the disputes that shape careers. Get daily WTA news and stories that go beyond the scoreboard by subscribing now. Leave a comment. Was Alex Eala correct to criticize the Berlin Open's ruling?